Welcome back to Meme Dogs TV, the channel where we celebrate dogs, their strengths, their stories, and the amazing roles they play in our lives. Today, we're diving into a topic that homeowners all over the world are curious about. Which dog breeds make burglars instantly regret their decisions? Because let's be honest, if a criminal is sneaking around a property, there's one thing they never want to hear. A deep growl, heavy footsteps, or that unmistakable warning bark of a dog who means business. So in this episode, we'll break down 10 incredible guardian breeds, their instincts, their strengths, and why intruders avoid them at all costs. We'll also share little stories, real-world examples, and behavior traits that make each one unique. Get comfortable, because by the end of this video, you might find your next loyal protector. Let's begin. 10. Rottweilers. Rottweilers are often described as calm until they're not. They're observant, powerful, and incredibly loyal to their family. What makes them such strong deterrents? First, their bark. A Rottweiler's bark sounds like it's coming from deep inside a cave, heavy, loud, and capable of stopping a burglar mid-step. Second, their protective instinct is natural, not trained. Rottweilers assess situations quickly. They don't act out of fear, they act out of confidence. And most importantly, they know exactly who belongs in the home and who doesn't. There are countless stories of Rottweilers blocking doors, standing between their owner and a stranger, or sitting silently in hallways just observing. A thief doesn't want to deal with that kind of intelligence and strength. 9. German Shepherd. When you think protection dog, the German Shepherd is usually the first breed that comes to mind, and for good reason. They're used in police canine units, military operations, search and rescue, and high-security environments. Why? Because they can understand human behavior almost like a person. German Shepherds don't just bark at movement. They read posture, body language, hesitation, unusual sounds, and even emotional tension. A trained shepherd can tell the difference between a guest and a threat within seconds. And here's the part that scares burglars. German shepherds don't bluff. If they commit to protecting their home, they follow through. Their mix of agility, bite force, intelligence, and intimidation places them firmly in the top tier of home protection dogs. 8. Belgian Malinois. Think of the Belgian Malinois as the special ops version of the German Shepherd. This dog is used by the U.S. Navy SEALs, elite military units, and high-security agencies worldwide. Why? Because they're unbelievably fast, unbelievably alert, and unbelievably fearless. A Malinois doesn't just watch a property, it analyzes it. They can detect tiny movements at a distance. They respond instantly to unfamiliar sounds, and they never mentally switch off. If a suspicious person is creeping around, a Malinois will know long before the person even gets close to a window or gate. Burglars don't stand a chance. This is a breed that doesn't just chase intruders, it outsmarts them. 7. Doberman Pinscher. Now let's talk about the Doberman, the breed that looks like it walked straight out of an action movie. Tall, lean, fast, and always alert. Dobermans have an instinctive ability to sense danger. They patrol the house naturally, scanning their surroundings like a built-in security system. Their speed is unmatched. A Doberman can go from resting to sprinting in a split second. If an intruder tries to run, they won't get far. But one of the biggest strengths of the Doberman is their loyalty. When they bond with an owner, that loyalty turns into laser-focused protection. Strangers? They'll think twice, maybe even 3 times. 6. Bullmastiff. The Bullmastiff is the definition of silent strength. Unlike some breeds that bark loudly at everything,
Bullmastiffs prefer to observe quietly. They were originally bred by gamekeepers in England to stop poachers, and they did it silently. These dogs don't scare intruders with noise, they scare them with presence. Imagine coming face to face with a 120-pound wall of muscle standing in a doorway, staring at you without blinking. No barking, just a message that says you're not supposed to be here. Bullmastiffs move quickly for their size, and when they sense a real threat, they're powerful enough to pin a human to the ground. Ask any seasoned burglar, a quiet guardian is far more terrifying than a loud one.
5. Cane Corso. The Cane Corso is one of the oldest protection breeds in the world. Originating from ancient Roman war dogs, this breed was designed for guarding property, livestock, and people. Their protective power comes from 3 things. 1. Territorial instinct. A Cane Corso assumes its home is a fortress and it is the guardian of the gate. 2. Deep, thunderous bark. It sounds like it's coming from a giant beast, and it sends chills down the spine of anyone who hears it. 3. Fearless personality. They don't hesitate. When they see a threat, they confront it head-on. Many burglars admit that the Cane Corso is one of the last dogs they'd ever want to encounter. 4. Akitas. Akitas are famous in Japan as loyal guardians. This is the breed of Hachiko, the dog known for his unshakable devotion. Akitas don't trust strangers easily, and that makes them phenomenal protectors. They're quiet, serious, and extremely aware of their environment. Unlike other dogs that bark at every noise, Akitas wait, watch, and assess. This silent guardian behavior is what scares intruders the most. There's nothing more unsettling than a huge dog staring you down without making a sound. Akitas also have a strong instinct to step between their family and danger. They don't chase trouble, they block it. 3. Giant Schnauzer. Don't let the fluffy beard fool you. Giant Schnauzers are powerful, disciplined, and intensely protective. These dogs were bred to guard farms, cattle, and large properties. They're intelligent enough to learn complex commands and bold enough to challenge any threat. A giant Schnauzer doesn't just sit by the door. It patrols, walking the boundaries of its territory, checking for anything out of place. They have a strong bite, high endurance, sharp problem-solving skills, and intimidating presence. Burglars hate unpredictable dogs, and a giant Schnauzer is always thinking, always moving, and always alert. 2. Rhodesian Ridgeback. This breed was originally used to track lions in Africa. Yes, lions. So a burglar? That's not going to impress a Ridgeback. These dogs are incredibly athletic and unbelievably brave. They're loyal, protective, and famously stubborn when defending their home. A Ridgeback's style of protection is unique. Instead of barking uncontrollably, they often stand quietly in front of their family like a shield. Intruders take one look at this muscular, confident dog and quickly decide to pick a different house. 1. Anatolian Shepherd. And now, the ultimate home guardian, the Anatolian Shepherd. This is a breed that protects entire herds from wolves, coyotes, and even bears. They're fearless, independent thinkers who make decisions without waiting for instructions. To a burglar, seeing an Anatolian Shepherd is like seeing a lion guarding the door. They're massive, fast, and fiercely loyal. Unlike many breeds, Anatolians don't panic or bark wildly. They stay calm, which is far more intimidating. When they decide someone doesn't belong, they act with precision and overwhelming confidence. It's no surprise that many rural properties rely on them as full-time protectors. And there you have it, 10 dog breeds that make burglars think twice. Each of these dogs brings something unique to the table: strength, intelligence, loyalty, awareness, and the heart of a true protector. So tell me in the comments, which breed do you think is the most effective guardian? And do you have one of these dogs at home? If you love dog facts, dog tips, and daily dog content, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and join the growing Meme Dogs TV family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.